Okay, divers, I think that we need to talk. You know me. I love this game. I have made my YouTube career revolve around this game, so for me to make a complaint video, something has gone catastrophically wrong. I am putting aside the persona of the radio angel for a moment to gripe about something that increases my sodium levels every single fluffing time that I see them. Leviathans. Arrowhead, I know you like the idea of Leviathans. The huge flying snakes in Endgame looked awesome, I will freely admit, but these things suck. The vast majority of people think that they suck. The YouTube community thinks that they suck. No amount of tweaking with the concept will make them suck less. I have made a few posts about them, but I feel like this is getting serious enough to warrant a broadcast made on the subject. Please allow me to go into a few reasons about why I feel this way. Number 1, they do not fit with the Illuminate theme. Illuminate are not the armor race. They are the high-tech shield race. They always have been. Helldiver 1 Execution had them as XPs of the Covenant for liberty's sake. A gigantic armored blimp covered in weapons? Oh, come on! That's the automaton's theme, man! This is doubly funny. And also doubly enraging, because Leviathans are more well-armored and have more HP than actual armored combat bunkers. What the heck, AH? Are you feeling okay? See this? 2,500 HP for a command bunker versus a Leviathan's 15,000. And while still coded in AV6, there are still points of AV4 where they can be destroyed if you lack dedicated anti-tank. These things also don't move around. Their turrets are EV4 with 400 HP apiece, so if you're careful, you can completely defang this beast before the attempt is made to completely destroy it. People have been asking you for weeks now to let us shoot these turrets off, yet you insist that you know better than the community. This sounds like a return to the decision-making process that led to the battle days before the 60-day plan. Nobody wants to return to the battle days. Leviathans should have low armor values, but tons of shields, such that any weapon can shoot them down, but it's going to take a lot of pepper. As in a whole fire team unloading on them to bring the shields down and slay the beast. Such a scene would be incredibly cinematic at the attraction pad because... Reason number 2. We want to blow up the big monster. You see something like a Bile Titan, you want to blow it up. You know this, AH. It's why you put it in the trailer. In here we have an enemy whose strategy to deal with it revolves around not dealing with it. You are not supposed to be able to reasonably blow up the big monster. That's why it takes so much effort to kill it. You went out of your way to make these things not fun to deal with, and that flies in the face of the design of every other enemy in the game that is. Even if you try your hardest to avoid them and stay behind cover until they pass by, you really can't because... Reason number 3. They are entirely too good at killing you. Leviathans have too much range, damage, accuracy, rate of fire, and, thanks to the patch before last, area of effect. You made them worse. Again, are you feeling okay, Arrowhead? Do I need to call somebody for a wellness check? Reducing their sightline and showing a spotlight where they're aiming is a step in the right direction, but not nearly enough. Reducing their sight to around 200 meters doesn't help because that is still most of a reasonable sightline on megacity maps, and once they strike you, the next shot will not miss. When you're busy dealing with everything else the Illuminate will be throwing at you, from flesh mobs with more health than Bile Titans, Voteless constantly smacking you in the back of the head like an irritating little brother, flocks of elevated overseers that just will not die, crescent overseers suppressing you with pinpoint precision mortar fire, and stingray sniping you, even if you did notice that a Leviathan has acquired you, there is nothing that you can do about it. So, yeah. I can completely understand why some people just don't consider the Illuminate fun. Maybe this is why we had about 20% of the population who would rather go shoot a bug instead of defending Super Earth. It really does feel like this is a faction that is being designed to be annoying beyond everything else. I will still be doing my part for this major order, but I plan on partaking in operations that do not have the Leviathan blockade modifier present. I feel like this is similar to the stratagem scrambler in its early days, when you had a decent concept but an awful execution. You took it off the game for a while, refined it, reconceptualized it, and re-implemented it in a different way. That desperately needs to happen here. If you want to keep these things in the game as they are, they should be limited to one on a map, not 4 or 5 that circle the extraction zone like vultures. And once it's dead, it stays gone, so as to give some reward for killing these awful fluffing things. If they just come back in moments, not only does that break the immersion, as the Illumina are a dying race with limited industrial capacity that do not, in fact, have infinite numbers of heavy anti-personnel capital ships to spend on occupying a city, it drives home the idea that players are not supposed to be challenged by Leviathans. They are supposed to be annoyed by them. And then the players are going to go play Tropico or something instead of the game that you made not fun anymore because you thought you knew better. I thought for certain we were past this.